So my first, like, I did newspapers as well, but like my first job outside of that was when I was either 14 or 15. I got hired at an engineering company, and that's an interesting story because what happened was a friend of mine's parents owned it, and she had a birthday party, and we were over at the house, and I've always loved cars. And somehow during conversation, she said, "My dad has a Cobra, like an AC Cobra, the original kind." And my instantaneous, I don't even know what made me say it, but I said, if he lets me work on it with him, I'll work for him for free. I knew he had a company. I had no idea what he did for a living. And anyway, she told her dad, and he hired me on the spot. And I worked for him for, shoot, I don't know, 5 years, 6 years, something like that, almost up until I became a realtor.
What age was that?
I started when I was 14, and I worked for him up until like about 2021, something like that.
And now, you weren't working for free the whole time?
I never worked a day for free, actually. Yeah, I never worked a day for free. I think he just liked the fact that I thought enough to offer, that he hired me. To be honest with you, that entire time, I never touched that Cobra. The whole reason for me offering to work for free, it never worked on it. But he was a huge factor in my life as it was. Anyway, I mean, he was somebody who came up from nothing. He went to Williamson Trade School, came out of there, started an engineering company, built it up, and so he had a lot of grit. And so he taught me at times where I was going through that adolescent period where I was kind of rebelling and whatnot. He was teaching me how to kind of hone that and work hard and kind of keep my head down. And he did. I mean, he made me work very hard all the time. It was never like, oh, I don't feel good today. He did not care. Like, there was no softness about it. But in actuality, I mean, he is a huge part of how I ended up where I am too. Just having his guidance and at a time when I kind of needed it the most.